Pinasayaw ang ikot ng aking munting mundo. Binigyan ng dahilan ang bawat oras at minuto. Ang bawat kong pangarap iyong pinalitan. Binigyan ako ng lakas, tiyaga at tapang na harapin ang bawat tanong at pag-aalilangan. Dahil alam kong ikaw ay katabi ko lamang. At sa tuwing pagsikat at paglubog ng araw, nagsisimula at nagwawakas sa salitang ikaw. Kaya't huwag mo nang itanong kung ano pa sa akin ang kulang. Dahil bawat araw kasama ka ay Paskong walang hanggan. Araw-araw ay iyon ang iniba. Mula pa noong ikaw ay aking nakilala. Pinasayaw ang ikot ng aking munting mundo. Binigyan ng dahilan ang bawat oras at minuto. Binigyan ako ng lakas, tiyaga at tapang na harapin ang bawat tanong at pag-aalinlangan. Dahil alam kong ikaw ay katabi ko lamang. At sa tuwing pagsikat at paglubog ng araw, nagsisimula't nagwawakas sa salitang ikaw. Kaya't huwag mo nang itanong kung ano pa sa akin ang kulang. Dahil bawat araw kasama ka ay Paskong walang hanggan. Dahil bawat araw kasama ka ay Paskong walang hanggan.
You have just heard a song from the Jesuit Music Ministry. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer.
Okay, with less than a month before Christmas, aside from asking nga handa na ba tayo sa Pasko, may isa pa kaming concern. Paano naman kaming mga December born? Ang dilemma, we're always caught in the flurry of Christmas preparations and the crazy Christmas schedules. At yun, parang nadadaan lang yung mga birthdays namin. So, ito yung unang casualty. So, these two people that are very close to me, very articulate, and I think yun nga, parang sila mismo may maturity na enough to understand how busy the season is, no? The first guest is someone I can say as possibly one of the best actors, if not the best of his batch, no? Sinasabi ko na, ninong dapat ako sa kasal nito, kahit malayo pa yon, o kung hindi man sila magkatuluyan, pero sana sila, no? Ninong pa rin ako ng firstborn niya. So, pero yun yung ano. Pero deal namin yan. And I'm very happy to have Ruru Madrid. Hello, Ruru. I know you just celebrated your mom's birthday and tomorrow's your birthday. Happy birthday.
Yes. Thank you so much, Sir Noel. Can you hear me?
Yes. I can hear you.
Yes,
Nasa
yes.
Pampanga ka ngayon. What brings you to Pampanga?
Well, I went here to visit din Mami Raytan,
Correct.
founder of Keep the Dream Corporation, and parang nag-celebrate lang po siya ng birthday ko. So, yeah, I'm here and celebrating my birthday with my another mom.
Oo nga eh.
Dahil kahapon birthday po ng aking biological mother, ang aking real mom.
Yes.
And tomorrow's my birthday po.
And it's all celebrations, Ruru, no? Pero do you get that feeling na parang everyone's so busy with Christmas? And then sometimes get over na or parang nadadaanan lang yung mga birthdays ng mga December born katulad mo. So at usually, di ba, while we're so parang ganado in preparing gifts for other people, ganyan kang tao, alam ko, at pag-usapan natin mamaya, parang yung tayong mga December born, pinag-iisa lang yung mga regalo. Do you have that experience when you were younger?
Actually, Sir Noel, siguro ang kagandahan lang sa akin is nasa parang first week ako ng December. So parang meron pa silang time to prepare for like Christmas season, sa New Year. So hindi naman po naapektuhan yung mga regalo sa akin before. Actually, naapektuhan yun nung nag-artista na ako na parang feeling ko wala na masyadong nagre-regalo sa akin dahil nga, like for example, yung mga titas, yung mga titos, na parang inisip na kaya ko nang bilhin lahat or parang, na parang wala na sila mabigay sa akin. Doon ako medyo na-sad. And then I told them na parang kahit ano pang bagay yan, basta galing sa kanila, binigay nila sa akin, sobrang ma-appreciate ko.
That's true, no? Parang it's thinking about another person. Kahit na di ba, hindi nga tangible, parang hindi nga kailangan magarbo. Pero usually, ikaw, I have to like tell the people what you did to a certain person who made a prank on you, no? Hindi alam ng mga tao yan. Si Bubay Villar po, during the pandemic, biglang nagsabi, ikaw, doon nasukat talaga yung kabaitan ni Ruru, no? Bubay Villar na halos, di ba, parang dati sumikat as biglang nawalan ng trabaho, bigla siyang humingi or parang sinabi sa'yo na kailangan niya ng money. And hindi lang basta pera yun, it amounted to 100,000, no? And here's
parang nangyera po siya ng 250,000.
Nanghiram ng 250,000. And here's the very, very kind-hearted Ruru who just said, uy, wala man akong ganyang pera ngayon or parang may pinaglalaanan ako ng pera ko, pero I'll be giving you something pero hindi na utang. Parang ganun. How did that happen?
Well, ako kasi, Sir Noel, I'm a member of Iglesia ni Cristo.
I know.
Kami po, we don't talaga nagpapautang. As in, ever since, hindi po kami nagpapautang. So, like for me, dahil si Buboy, isa po siya sa pinakamalapit sa puso ko, sobrang matalik kong kaibigan. Sabi ko sa kanya, wag niya nang utangin yung 250,000. Wala akong 250,000 ng time na yun, but I can give him kung kailangan niya talaga ng 150.
Okay. And then, you have to tell the audience what happened. It was a prank. It was actually to test kung ano yung magiging reaction ng isang taong katulad ni Ruru. What happened there, Ruru? When you knew na prank pala yun. Pero hindi mo may caveat siya, may hiningi siya na tutulong, sana hindi mo nang bawiin yung ibibigay.
Yes. Sabi nga niya sa akin nung nakita kami, asan na yung 150 ko?
No, but it's that. No, parang somehow, parang grabing selflessness pag nagpapautang ka or nagbibigay ka.
Yeah.
Pero also, it takes a lot of courage at lakas ng loob talaga para umutang din. And then, and ako, ang ganda lang nung you were ready to like respond to that. To think na, ito nga, Ruru, it doesn't have to take Christmas for an Iglesia ni Cristo person like you, believer like you. Kasi the iglesias are not heavy on Christmas. Totoo ba yun? But you still celebrate the birth of Christ anyway, no? Pero
kami kasi Sir Noel, we don't celebrate Christmas, but for us, pwede naman namin i-celebrate yung Christmas every day. And at the same time, of course, holiday season yan eh. And I think ayan yung season ng love, ayan yung season ng giving.
That's true. That's true. Yun nga yung doon, parang Christmas every day. And that's I have been living on that. Kaya the whole time in my car, there's always Christmas music. Si Louie Ocampo nagsabi niyan. Kahit nasa traffic ka or kahit naaasar ka, when you play Christmas music, I think it eases the tension and parang bumabait yung mga tao kasi they're expected to be that season. No? So in hindsight now, how was 2021 to you? When we look back at your year, when you assess your year, it was a year of a lot of setbacks, I guess. Ang isa sa sinabi mo sa akin, you learned patience this year. Too much. So, but what can you share with us as your parang looking back, reflections of 2021?
Well, to be honest, Sir Noel, these past few years, I think parang 3 years na I've been waiting for this project, Lolong. Sobrang nag-prepare ako. The first time na sinabi po sa akin itong project na to, talagang pinaghandaan ko na siya. As in, hindi lang biro na pinaghandaan na to the point na sometimes hindi na ako natutulog para mag-prepare ng katawan ko, diet, as in everything. And then, many times, lagi kami namumove. So, like, every time na malapit na yung shoot, mamumove kami. And then this 2021, parang I felt lang na ito yung year na sobrang maraming challenges for me.
That's true.
But at the end of the day, I realized na I know na love ako ni God. Kasi hindi niya ako bibigyan ng pagsubok na hindi ko kakayanin. And I know that yung pagsubok na yon, that makes me stronger.
That's true.
Na magagamit ko rin sa future. And ayun, feeling ko, lahat ng mga bagay na experience ko ng mga hirap, mga pagod, I know someday magiging worth it siya at mas ma-appreciate ko yung paghihirap na yun lahat. At hindi ko papabayaan kung ano man yung marating ko sa buhay.
Let's explain that to people. The challenge was you were prepared. You were actually pulling out already for a taping the next day. Naka-quarantine na, na-test na lahat. When some people turned positive. No? Tapos doon, it's none of your liking. Wala naman may gustong gano'n. No? And nabinbin at na-move yan. And then, parang, well, it made you realize that you're meant to do something else. And there were people like I na pwedeng mag-lift sa'yo para to make you look at the good side of things na despite the postponements, yun nga parang mahirap tanggapin yun. Actually, mahirap tanggapin. But a good person...
Sir Noel, to be honest, Sir Noel, parang during that time, nung sinabi nga sa akin na parang nag-positive, of course, sobrang na-down talaga ako. Parang I felt na what's happening? Ano ba talaga nangyayari?
That's
and then,
true.
I don't know, somehow, bigla ka nag-message sa akin na parang, kaya mo yan. Ikaw yung isa sa mga unang tao na nag-message sa akin na kaya mo yan. Na parang, challenges lang to sa buhay mo na for sure, makaka-survive ka. And that's why I am very happy, Sir Noel.
Grabe talaga. Because I know si Marco Alcaraz is part of Lolong. And talagang sinabi niya, if there's anyone, kung kami nalulungkot, the one taking the cudgels for everyone was you. Kasi ikaw yun eh, kahit title role ka. That's parang you're about to pull out for a shoot already. And then when I texted Ruru, the good soul that he is, ang sinabi niya talaga sa akin, sir, hindi ako eh. Yung mga tao, yung crew, yung staff, na inaasahan nila yung Christmas work nila para meron silang panggasta sa Pasko. So you really thought of them. Kasi kayo, assured kayo of an income, di ba? Meron ka assured income every year, no? So, how did you feel? How did you deal with them?
Well, yun nga, parang, of course, sad nga ako. Parang mas inisip ko nga yung mga tao. Of course, yung mga nag-positive. Una sa lahat,
Correct.
yung mga
Correct.
nag-positive na,
Correct.
na hindi naman din po talaga nila ginusto yun. At the
Correct.
same time, nadagdagan pa ng lungkot na hindi natuloy yung trabaho. Feeling nila, ang dami nilang na-disappoint. So, yung sila yung mga una ko naisip. At the same time, yung mga crew na nawalan ng trabaho
Totoo.
lalo na magpapasko pa.
Totoo.
So for me, to be honest, Sir Noel, wala rin po ako magawa. Kundi palakasin din po ang kanilang mga loob. Dahil of course, ako marami rin po akong pangangailangan din ngayon sa mga
Totoo.
panahon na ito. Pero nag-message po ako sa group namin ng Lolong. Kasama po din yung staff, crew, artistas. Kumbaga pinalakas ko po yung loob nila na parang malaking pagsubok po ito para sa atin. Pero wag po nating hayaan na panghinaan po tayo ng loob dahil eventually makakasurvive po tayo at matutuloy po ito. At lahat ng paghihirap natin na pinagdaanan natin para po sa proyekto na ito, magiging worth it po yun.
Such a nice perspective kasi parang that's the way when you had the group, no? Parang kailangan mo silang i-pacify kasi kung ikaw
Yeah.
mismo magsuso ng stress, ano yun,
Yeah.
makahawa-hawa yun eh. So, and ang galing lang that you're able to shift to something that you can do positively. And we have to talk about it. I think I'm excited because you're doing a vlog, no? Parang you launched your vlog already. But now, yun, parang sabi ko, Ruru, sige, parang let's try to define it. And with that, Ruru has been, yan nga, a person of purpose. Alam mo naman na ang ginagawa niya hindi niya para sa sarili niya. And he's been so productive. Pero yun nga, parang the thing that will spell out a difference will be, yun nga, sa tingin ko sa hulit-hulit purpose productivity purpose nga parang it's passion productivity and purpose, and now the purpose is really to like dig into what the thing you're made of, and with all the things that yun nga parang ang ganda lang na habang pinatatatag mo yung ibang tao, tinitingnan mo kung saan nanggagaling yun at yun nanggagaling sa sarili mo. Ikaw, saan nanggagaling yun? Parang saan mo hinuhugot yung lakas na yun at yung tatag na yun, Ruru?
Well, Sir Noel, parang for me, after everything na nangyari sa akin this past few years, I realized a lot of things during nung time na mag-isa ko. After na in-announce na nung sinabi sa akin na hindi matutuloy yung taping namin, at the same time I had so many personal problems din. Sabi ko parang kailangan ko munang huminga. So I went to the farm.
Yes.
Parang nag-cleanse ako doon. I did some treatments then. And then nag-self-reflect ako.
That's true.
Ang dami kong mga bagay, like for example, as in nakatitig lang ako sa kawalan, nag-iisip lang ako. I realized a lot of things na parang instead of panghinaan ako ng loob, bakit hindi ko gamitin tong panahon na ito para i-maximize kung ano pang pwede kong gawin sa buhay ko. And before, hinahanap ko kung ano bang purpose ko dito sa buhay na ito. Ano ba talaga yung pangarap ko? Because before, nung bata ako, ang dami kong pangarap. And then, ang pinakapangarap ko noon, maging artista. Nung naging artista na ako, I realized, ngayong artista na ako, ano pa ba yung pangarap ko? So, dun ko po natagpuan yung pangarap ko noon, na ang pangarap ko pala, na gusto kong mangyari po sa buhay ko ngayon is to inspire a lot of people.
That's nice. And to at least that, no, parang inspire a lot of people and to be an extension of goodness. Yun yung grabe nga na mission mo. So, well, going back to your roots, no, you remember your struggling years in show business. Ano magkano yung unang paycheck mo at saan mo ginastos?
Okay, hindi ko po makakalimutan ko. So, ang unang paycheck ko, siguro, that was, I think, 2012 or 2013. Nasa 16,000.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. And then, ang pinakauna kong binili, rubber shoes.
Okay.
Yeah, and dahil before, sanay po ako, Sir Noel, na bumibili sa ukay-ukay. Bago po, yung mga ginagamit ko po sa, like for example, dati nag-extra ko. Lahat po yun ukay-ukay or binibili ko po sa palengke Binibili
Oh.
ko sa mga turo-turo, mga ganyan. And
Oh.
sabi ko, ito yung gusto ko. Kailangan ko
Ang
na makabili
galing.
ng sapatos na to.
So parang may
Yeah.
ganung foresight ka na kakailanganin mo. So you're
Yeah.
really not hot on branded things.
Yes.
Simple lang talaga. So
Yeah.
next, do you remember what people said about you when you were starting, and then now pag ngayong meron ka ng pangalan, parang pag binabalikan mo yan, parang you only wish the best for the newbies, na parang ano yung sana hindi nila naranasan na naranasan mo? Ano yung pinakamasakit na naranasan mo before?
Well, when I was starting show business, ang dami talagang nagda-doubt sa akin. To the point na parang sinasabi sa akin na wala kang mararating kasi wala kang talent.
Talaga? May
Hindi ka
nagsabi
pogi,
sa'yo nun?
hindi maganda katawan mo. I was so thin, as in sobrang payat. Itsura ko, ewan ko kung ano yung itsura ko dati.
Talaga? If you were not in
Wala
show
ko-
business, saan ka dapat? You could have been what? If you're not an actor now?
Siguro, I think I would pursue PMA. As in, sobrang pangarap ko rin mag-PMA.
Military.
Yeah, military. So, siguro kung hindi po ako artista, baka yun. And then going back nga, Sir Noel, parang yun yung mga naaalala ko na as in, walang naniniwala sa akin. Kasi totoo po talaga, wala akong talent at all. I don't know how to
Ikaw
sing,
pa ba?
to dance,
Ikaw
to
pa ba,
act.
Ruru? So, meaning for
Wala.
you think talent is developed?
Yes. Totoo po yan.
Pero
Totoo po yan.
if talent can be developed, ang hindi na-acquire, yung goodness, at least meron ka ng kabutihan. Yun parang at least lumalabas.
Ayun po, Sir Noel, siguro yung pinaka ginamit ko na parang bukod sa kakapalan ng mukha, as in bakapal po talaga mukha ko.
Okay lang naman yun. Okay lang naman yun.
Kailangan po talaga yun. As in, ako yung pabibo pero walang talento. Pero ang pinaka-dinala ko simula noon hanggang ngayon yung pakikisama sa tao. Ayun po ang magdadala sa'yo patungo sa mga pangarap mo.
Totoo rin naman. Now, kasi Derek daw's in the waiting room na. But the thing is, we have to finish you and really extol you. May portion ng show, yung Noel Litania. I just see lang your preference kung sino yung mas parang may affinity ka. Kunyari, hindi na Nora Vilma at saka Sharon Maricel kasi tapos na yung agent. Kunyari, Judy and Claudine. Who are you parang leaning towards during your time?
Judy Ann or Claudine?
Claudine, yes.
Basta,
kaya mo yan.
Siguro,
minute lang.
Judy Ann.
Si Judy Ann. Tapos si Martin or si Gary Valenciano or Ogie Jano? Kanino ka mas naging malapit?
Mas naging malapit ko kay Kuya Ogie and Kuya Jano dahil nasa GMA.
Nasa GMA before, yes. Yeah. Then Cherry Pie Picache or Jacqueline Jose?
Tita Jane.
Then Aga Mulak, Richard Gomez or Robin Padilla? Who were closest to or your career path?
Of course, Robin Padilla.
Ito nga yung batang Robin na sinasabi nila.
Yeah.
So, Piola Pascual, John Lloyd Cruz, Coco Martin or Gerald Anderson?
Piola Pascual.
Piolo. Ding Dong Dantes or Alden Richards? Those are the Kapuso icons.
Ang hirap nito, parehas kong kaibigan.
Pero
of course, siguro kahit naman si Alden will still go for Kuya Dong.
Ding Dong. Marian or Heart Evangelista?
Ate yan.
Okay. Then Bea Alonso, Mahat Salvador or Kim Chu?
Bea Alonso.
Okay, next. Katniel, Liz Kian, or Jay Dean among the love teams of the Kapamilya channel?
Katniel all the way.
Oo nga rin. Ben and Ben, Four of Spades, or SB19? Ruru sa singer too, ha?
Ben and Ben.
And they have a concert this weekend and we're supporting it.
Yeah.
Julian San Jose or Morissette?
Julie. Kaibigan ko si Julie.
Kasi kaibigan ko si Julie. Miguel Tan Felix or Khalil Ramos?
Siguro mas ka-close ko si Miguel. Kaya,
si Miguel. Close talaga kayo. Galing, ha? Gabby Garcia or Bianca Umali? Derek Ramsay laughing. I have objection to that later.
Pwedeng, sige, ang hirap. Sige, well, for now, siguro Bianca Umar.
For now, no, for long, I hope. No, 21, you said it's a challenging year, no? So, well, leave us with some lessons that we can learn from, and you can inspire the people. What can you tell the people now, since we're looking back at the year, a very challenging year, and an inspiring one at that?
Well, so of course, dumaan po tayo sa maraming pagsubok. Hindi lang ako, kundi tayong lahat because of this pandemic. Maraming mga tao na nawala po sa atin. So, I think the biggest lesson na pwede po natin na magamit po sa ating pang-araw-araw is hanggat nandyan po yung mga taong mahal natin sa buhay, sabihin po natin sa kanila kung gaano po natin sila kamahal because we never know kung hanggang kailan po natin pwedeng sabihin sa kanila yun. And learn to appreciate life and never ever doubt yourself. And
I'll
dream big.
bring him in. I'll bring him in. Here's someone who epitomizes that. Someone who just said, "Oh, damn you world, sasabihin ko sa mahal ko na mahal ko siya." Someone who's taken a leap. Derek Ramsay's in the house already. Happy birthday to Derek. Come here now. Yan. Derek,
Hello,
open your...
Derek. How are
Hello.
you?
So, Derek is one person na talagang ang laki din ng leap, no? Parang taken a major leap na, okay, hindi mo na ako magte-teleserye. And I admire that. Habang ikaw, Ruru, naghintay ka ng teleserye, si Derek yung decision na tipong, I'll focus on this first. Derek, magpayo ka kay Ruru in trying to like, claim your life, and then, he just said, say I love you when you have to, and do the things that will eventually please you. Finally. You're muted, my friend.
Hey guys.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Happy birthday, Derek Ramsay.
Happy birthday.
Like Ruru said kanina, just earlier, he said, life, with everything that's happening in the world now, you never know what's going to happen. You should appreciate those who are around you. You should appreciate your loved ones. You should respect everybody. And opportunities, you should go out there and just take that leap and grab it. If an opportunity is given to you, take advantage of it. You don't know how life's going to turn out. Crazy stuff happens. None of us ever thought we'd go through a pandemic like this, right?
Yes.
But here we are. But for me, this whole negative thing is actually, I take it as a positive. It's like a reset button on what priorities we people have now at our present day.
Ang galing mo. Diyan ako believe, actually, Derek. I was telling you, no bullshit, and you'll just do what you have to do.
Yeah.
And
wake up, guys. We've been consumed by so many things. Are these priorities? Is that what life is about? That's not what life is about. What life is about is your loved ones going out there and seeing the world, learning from different cultures, respecting one another. We have technology to make it easier for everything, but
it's true.
We don't use it correctly.
That's true. That's true.
And it's sad. So that's why with this whole pandemic, maybe it wakes us up. Drop our phones for like a few hours a day and rather just go out and just spend quality time with people, even quality time with yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
And going back to the basics, di ba? It's what it taught us. The pandemic taught us. Derek, before we let Ruru go, can you greet him? You've seen him on the Kapuso Network. Parang one of the most I think parang promising young talents there. At ang daming setback.
Whatever you're doing, bro, you're doing it right. You're a sponge. You keep learning from everybody that you work with. You take risks. And that's the key to success, bro.
Yes.
Huwag ka matakot sa mga iba't ibang mga iba to sa yung mga roles, issues. Harapin mo. And that's what you're doing. So I really admire this young kid. He's already making it big, but he's going to be even bigger in the future.
So much.
We have so many good artistas out there, but isa ka doon sa tumatatak, isa ka doon na kumbaga parang nakikita ng tao na may X factor. That's what it's all about. It's having that X factor, and you have it, bro. So I wish you more success and continue again what you're doing.
And authentic,
Thank
no?
you.
And authentic. That's why we're friends. We're all friends here kasi parang nasasabi mo yung nararamdaman mo ng tama. No, parang and always I always tell Derek also, your best weapon is a good work. You don't have to
Yeah.
answer all the controversies. Parang ganun. Ako, parang, yan, when you made that leap, Derek, everyone was just saying, oh, good. Parang what a way to like put everything on square one. Ruru, what's your, kung may hinihintay kang birthday gift, last question. Sabi mo, parang we December born, di ba? Tayo yung nagbibigay ng regalo. Minsan nakakalimutan na, pinag-iisa lang yung mga regalo natin ng Christmas at saka birthday natin. Pero sabi nga ni Ruru kanina, Derek, parang nakakalimutan na rin na tayong bigyan, thinking na parang you artistas have a lot of things already. But what birthday gift will you appreciate Ruru now from people?
To be honest, Sir Noel, parang I realized na parang today it's not like parang kailangan ko ng material na bagay. Right now, what I need is peace of mind. What I need is parang kailangan kong matutunan how to love myself, how to respect myself, and and same thing din sa mga tao na they should know how to love themselves.
That's true. Now, make a birthday wish to your Kuya Derek already. Ganyan na tayong stage, Derek.
Happy birthday, Sir Derek.
Okay. That's nice.
Happy birthday. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Ruru.
and congratulations.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
thank you, Sir Noel.
Thank you, buddy.
We
Thank you,
have
buddy.
to learn a
God
lot
bless
from
everyone.
Derek Ramsay. Thank you, Ruru. I'm shifting
Thank
now
you.
to one of the pinaka-honest, I guess, pinaka-transparent and authentic and articulate and authentic. That's the thing with him. Parang, and he has his life set. Parang ako, he has done it really well. Derek Ramsay, what a 2021, what a year it was to you. So looking back at your year, ganyan, no? Parang end of the year, you reflect on the year and there are a lot of learnings, but things happened fast with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Pero ang maganda yung nangyari, yung sinabi mong lahat ng ginawa mo sa show business, paghahanda with this kind of life you prayed for. Did you pray for this really?
Yes, I've been praying for it since forever.
Ang
People
galing.
always assume that I'm the guy that doesn't want to get married. I've been
Ikaw ka
praying.
ba? That's true.
I have the perfect marriage to follow. My parents.
That's true.
Be married for 50 years. Kaya dun nga sa vows ko, sinabi ko na, I want what they have.
That's true. That's
I
true.
thanked my parents at the wedding. I said, I've always wanted what you have. And not just me. I wasn't the only one praying for it. My mom, I know. May panatayan. Every month, pumupunta yan ng Manawag. Sila ni Georgie, my manager. Every month, no miss. Manawag sila. And she was praying for it as well. And
Tama yun, no, Derek? Parang that's my measure of a good person. Kung mabait ka sa nanay mo at maayos ka sa pamilya mo. Because that would be your example for the kind of family you'd like to raise. At this point, let's try to see the backgrounds. How similar and different are you? And how in the learning, no, with Ellen. Kunyari, family background, big versus small family. Are you both in what? Parehong big families or small families? And how did you like meet in that regard?
We both have big families, actually. We're 5 siblings. They're 5 siblings. Very, very similar in that sense. Family is very important.
So alam nyo yung dynamics ng big family.
Yes, good. I love how Ellen interacts and prioritizes her family. I love how Ellen is a wonderful mom to Elias. That's the one thing that really made me fall in love with her. Talagang how she's dedicated her entire life.
No? That's true.
Effortlessly.
Galing.
This beautiful child. And I was like, wow.
Ikaw din, Derek, the way you treated him, it's like family talaga. Parang nag-assimilate, na-integrate agad. There was no effort in doing that.
Yeah, it was really effortless. And, there were a lot of people who were saying, why so fast, including my parents. My parents asked me, son, I mean, we like Ellen, but don't you think it's too soon? And I told her, Mom, Dad, in my 40, well, close to 45 years now, have I ever mentioned the M word?
That's true.
And
That's true.
I go,
That's
I
true.
took my time, and I knew the one was going to come. And I got a lot of slack for it. My friend, and I take that face on.
Yeah.
I get into relationships, not just to have fun. I get into relationships because I'm hoping that that person
That
is
will
the
be the
one.
person. Yes, yes.
I only get into relationships to be committed, and because I feel that maybe she could be the one. But
Yeah.
things happen. Things happen for a
That's
reason.
true.
Sometimes it's not a happy ending. And my take on it is, with all those memories that you have with that special someone, um, the one thing I hate is, how come your people want you to be enemies afterwards? Why does it
Yeah,
have to be
right.
negative?
That's true. That's true.
And that's what's the sad thing, because that's like, then you just threw those
Yeah.
years,
Yeah.
those precious years, you know those minutes, those seconds away.
That's
And I don't
true.
I don't want to live my life like that.
That's true. And then when you're really happy, di ba, Derek, parang you emanate that kind of happiness with other people. You see the positive side of things. So those
Yeah.
people na nagsuspew pa ng ganong negativities, yun yung hindi talaga masaya. Now we have to go through my checklist. I have a checklist even for my
Okay.
talents. Kung tama yung relationship eh. Yung una, gumagaling ka. When you saw
Mm.
Ellen, you think you will be at your best when you're with her. At siya rin, no? Parang ako ito. I didn't tell you this, but then when you defended her dun sa production, when she should be like parang be asserting yung kung ano yung rights ng isang ng talent. Parang ako vis-a-vis friendship, the so-called yun nga yung transactional, medyo nakita mo nga na yung ibang friendships natin dito transactional, but yours was really parang dapat maayos yung sistema. Dapat you're at your best condition when you work. I saw that. So yung you're at your best when you're with each other. Second, totoo ba? Bumabait yung mga tao pag tama yung relasyon.
Bumabait.
Bumait. You're at, parang oo. Parang ikaw mas bumait. Siya mas bumait. Hindi ba ganun? It will center you to your goodness.
Oh, most definitely, yes.
Yes, yes.
The thing is, the perception of Ellen, hindi siya mabait. She really is.
Oo nga eh.
But
Napapalabas yung goodness. Yeah.
correct. I mean, we make each other better. Yeah,
Galing,
most
galing,
definitely.
galing.
We definitely complement one another. Kung pareho kaming matigas, lumambot talaga kami.
Galing, galing. And right timing talaga, no? Yun yung ano.
Yeah.
Sabi ko, yeah.
For me, for any guy out there, I told my son this: you have to be patient.
That's true.
But you also have to be aware.
Yeah,
Patient, but be aware.
yeah,
Because if you focus too much on being patient, and that person is right there already, and you don't see it, you're gonna
yeah.
miss out on an opportunity.
Ang galing.
And when Ellen came into my life, she just blew my mind. I felt something that I've never felt before.
Ang galing nga eh.
This intangible thing you can't explain. You
Yeah.
hear that cheesy stuff, but it's true. It
Yes.
really is true.
Yes.
It's not that butterflies in your stomach. It's not that. It's not that. You just suddenly, boom, you see your future. You see everything.
That's
Everything's so clear.
That's
And
true.
then you look at yourself in the mirror and you like yourself.
Yes, yes. And you're smiling the whole time and it's really God
Yeah.
appointed. Parang inaayos ng Diyos lahat. Parang yun eh. Parang suddenly things make sense. Suddenly you're happy. Parang yun yung ano. So that's the third one. Lumalapit kayo sa Diyos. So you pray.
Yes,
You pray
every
more
night.
now.
Every
Ang
night.
galing.
Every night. I'm very thankful for everything that I have. I understand now why I went through so many trials. It's because,
That's true.
may kapalit yan. And
Ang
here it
galing.
is. And that's how life is supposed to be. Again, balik dun tayo sa things in life now are supposed to be like everything's just a press of a button.
That's
Everything's so
true.
easy, but that's not life.
That's
Our Lord makes you, gives you problems for
ang
you to
galing.
solve so that you can feel what success is.
Sabi ko naman sa'yo, ang promise ko dito, we're not after sound bites and intrigue. Sabi ko mas learnings and mas wisdom ni Derek. So
Yeah.
the fourth one, fourth na qualification ko palagi, there's integration in the family. Kasi if there's someone na ay ayaw, na parang iba yung kunyari, set of friends hindi gusto. Parang dito, it just fell into place. So how
Yeah.
did that integration happen?
You're right. Friends are an extension of your family.
Yes.
They're very important to you. I have a small circle
Yeah.
of people
The
I
real
trust.
ones,
Yeah,
yes.
it's funny though. You know what? When you get older, I'm sure you'll agree with this.
True.
When you get older, you start realizing, your circle of friends become smaller and smaller.
That's
You have
true.
you have friends, you have acquaintances, but yung totoo,
Totoo yan.
it gets smaller and smaller as you age. You see who's really there for you. And
Yes.
that's where I've reached at my point in my life, and Ellen's the same. And it really is important to
Galing.
have families getting along and friends getting along. And when we all were introduced to one another, again, effortless. Families got along when we did the whole mamanhikan. It was an instant. Naghahawa ka na ang mami ko at mami niya sa braso.
Galing. Instant.
My dad is just comfortable giving his corny jokes
Ah,
to the auntie and to the mom, and it was just wonderful to see. Friends, when all the friends came along, there was no effort in trying to introduce them to one another. They were just comfortable with one another. Because I've been in relationships where
yes.
force yourself to the friends, and then when you introduce your friends to their friends, it's like it's pilit.
Yes, hindi nagkakasundo, di ba? Yes, yes.
Diba? Or you put that very popular best foot forward. Walang ganito. It's just like,
Or direct, there were times hindi mo kinausap yung ibang mga kaibigan mo kasi hindi sila agree. Doon kung sino man. But, and as real friends, they will just keep quiet. Kasi masaya ka, di ba? So, this one, there was instant integration. How
Yeah.
about your kids?
oh, wonderful. This is where I'll probably get a little bit emotional because
Ang galing. Kasi we're learning from that wisdom eh. Kasi yun yung integration na hindi nakikita ng tao ng showbiz, di ba? Kasi yun, hindi naman kasi dapat mabablow out of proportion pero it's inspiring.
yeah, if there's one thing I prayed more than finding the one, it's for my son and I to build a relationship like what I have with my father.
Ang galing.
To those people who give nasty comments out there, it hurts when you receive those while you're still fighting so hard to
True.
build a relationship with your son. And when I asked for Ellen's hand in marriage, my son was the first person I asked permission from.
Mm-hmm.
And when you want to talk about integration, my son's answer was, he called me dad for the first time because he promised himself that when he sees me find the one, he's going to call me dad.
Oh
And he
my
said,
God.
I would love to be the bigger brother of Elias. And
Oh
I
my
was like, I was on cloud nine. I was just like, a little boy crying, happy tears. I was a grown man crying because of all the hurt that I was
Yes.
feeling, going through the whole process of finding a connection with my son. And there it is. And Ellen was the one that put it together. And I'm like, wow, hindi ko napapakawalan to. Talagang this is the one. She's the one.
You've done something right then to deserve it talaga, Derek. Parang ako naman, you're not bad. Parang ako, your son is a manifestation of an extension of your values too. So,
Yeah.
buti na lang, he recognized that whole rigor ba in looking for the right one. Yun talaga, patience.
Yeah. It required a lot of patience. He didn't grow up with me. He's 18 now, and
Yeah.
he started living with me at the age of 14. So teenagers are the hardest years.
That's true.
They're rebellious, but I just didn't stop. The family didn't stop to instill the importance of family, Filipino values, and it paid off. The patience
Galing.
of just trying to get it, not forcing it on him.
That's true.
Just showing him family dinners every Sunday, all of that. He finally was able to embrace it.
Ang galing.
I didn't know he was making a deal with himself. And when I asked permission from him, that's when he just opened up and expressed how he felt.
Grabe, it's actually the father learning from the son now. Baliktad. Ang galing lang, ang galing lang. And the last qualification sa akin talaga, so gumagaling, bumabait, Christ as the center, parang you've become more prayerful, and then parang number 4, the integration's really there. Huli, I think you look your best now. Kasi look at your pictures, look at your pictures. Yung ngarag ka, pabalikan natin. Derek, yun yung ngarag yung relationships mo.
Yeah.
Hindi ka makangiti ng todo. Yan yung at kung embattled ka, di ba, kita naman sa itsura mo. And now you're so relaxed looking at the koi. Ako talaga, napaka-relaxing and lucky daw yung mga koi. Parang, yun lang, parang dumadaan lang yung oras na masaya lang kayong pinapanood yung site na yun. No? Parang,
bumalik yung dating Derek. The Derek who loves life, who's
true.
But I'm only human. I got distracted by so many things. I also, you have battles with yourself where you're like, where am I going with my life? I should really be, at that chapter of my life where I'm settled. When Derek was just the guy who lives one day at a time and enjoys life, because life can, change in a blink of an eye.
I get you now. Lalo na when you had this pronouncement na showbiz is just a process to an end. It's not an end in itself. Parang, he really prepared well for this family life. Because now you're not distracted. You're not, parang hindi, nag-award ka naman na, you had box office hits. Parang you don't have to prove anything. Kaya nga ako, nice that you're not pressured, my friend, yung to take on things kasi nakapag-ipon ka naman at naging maayos. Is this a kind of life you really wanted? Kasi people think na si Derek sayang kasi marami pang pwedeng ma-achieve. Di ba? Ganyan yung sa industriya natin, no? Parang they will say, meron pa, marami pa siyang teleserye na pwedeng gawin. Marami pang pelikulang pwedeng gawin. Not to set aside those things which you can still do. But this has to have, I guess now, meaning and purpose. Kasi there's a greater thing.
Marami din kang pwedeng gawin outside.
That's true. That's true.
Not bad mouthing show business. I love it.
Yes.
I respect it, but again, there's so much to life. There really is.
Galing.
There's so much to life. And
how refreshing to talk about this and not about lives of other people. And some other talks will just be enumerating your girls and what you learned from them.
Thank you for this. I know our talk's not over, but I already want to tell I'm really enjoying this conversation.
Ako, you know why? Parang walang ganong, we keep on repeating the same mistakes in show business. Why? Because there's no processing of what we learn. Di ba?
Yeah.
Before you can process things, there's another project already. There's another set of people you're working with. Kaya the same. Kung hindi nagka-pandemic, yung problema tungkol sa working hours, hindi na solusyonan, Derek, di ba? At least na ngayon na ayos. So, parang, kasi you were not really off show business. I know ang Derek Ramsay noon, host yan. yung entry point was Binibining Pilipino pageant host, na yan yung career path. And then eventually, yan na nga, drawn to doing acting, and he learned, and he became a best actor in certain films, box office hits, but it's not the thing that will spell you. The Derek Ramsay on the side that prepared for all this is really the sportsman, and also a businessman of sorts. So, what Derek Ramsay will we see now as a family man? Ano pa yung pwede naming makita?
Well, next year, Ellen and I are really planning to make the family bigger.
Ang galing! Good.
Timing that you asked me this, because I just closed my, I'm starting a company where
Very good.
my passion is building homes.
Very good.
And again, I'm a risk taker. Build homes differently, unlike how, like in showbiz, we get contented with we're content with doing things a certain way.
Yes.
So let's just keep doing it that way because it's a hit. Just like with construction, there's like a certain way they just build homes. I want to take that risk and use different materials that are not just common. And I signed this yesterday. So it's just me and a partner. I've taken the
Galing.
lead, and it'll be official in January.
Galing, galing. And preference of life, where? In the city, in the province?
I'm in
Or abroad?
I'm in the suburbs, you know.
Suburbs. Talaga, yes.
But everybody knows I am a resident also of Palawan. I love Palawan.
That's
I've
it.
been blessed to travel the world, but this country is the most beautiful country I've ever been to.
Ang
And
galing. Kasi,
Palawan is one of my favorites, and that's why I built a family home there. So I'm going to take Ella and Elias over there. I haven't been there for 2 years, but
okay.
I live in Alabang South. I like to be away
Yeah.
from the city. I like to be away from all the hustle
That's
and bustle,
true. That's true. And
fresh
traffic,
air,
huh? Yeah.
traffic.
I asked Gary Valenciano this same question. Sabi niya, provincial life is different. And if we're really serious about development, we have to go back to the provinces. We have to develop the provinces. So,
Correct.
oh, that's good to hear. And next, roles, things, household chores. Kumusta? Ano yung paano yung division of labor in the house? I'm sure you've learned a lot of new skills, or you have as a man of the house, you take charge.
I'm always Mr. Fix It. Actually,
Yeah.
if I can fix it, I won't hire anyone. I'll do it myself.
Kaya ka nami-miss ng mga ex mo din because of that.
You know, Ellen's brother is a contractor,
Okay.
and when they were living here with us before the wedding, there was a toilet here in the house that the water was continuously running.
Mhm.
But it wasn't just your normal toilet; it was the ones that are embedded inside the wall.
Mhm, mhm.
So he was like, "I'm a contractor, but I have no clue to fix this." And I'm like, "Oh, it's simple." And I
Galing.
taught him how to do it. So
Galing.
all the stuff like that, I'm always doing something around the house. Just to show you, I'll show you the wall. And I'm in my
Galing.
master
Go, bro,
bedroom
go, go,
now,
go. Ang
and
galing.
you can see my master bedroom
Yes.
wall
Oo.
has been dismantled.
Pero ang galing,
So
no? Things that
that's my
Derek can do with his
next
hands.
project.
Things that Derek can do with his hands. Ang dami. And that's legacy work. Parang kung marunong kang gumamit ng kamay mo ng maayos, hindi ka magugutom. Di ba? Parang
Yes.
ganun yun. Yeah.
Tama,
You don't have to
tama,
depend
tama.
on other people eh. So
Yes,
that's
yes.
inspiring. Talagang kailangan magsumikap. The next, let us learn something about your communication and listening skills. Sa mag-asawa kasi, ano yung insight niyo? Why does it work with you? Does it work? Ikaw kasi, you articulate things. Pero I guess yung totoong nagmamahal can also speak in silence.
My language of love is through words.
Okay, yes.
Ellen's language of love is through
Service.
more of like physical touch.
Okay, okay.
So we both understand this. We were
Galing.
given a test before by the pastor before
Yeah.
we got
Getting
married,
married.
right? And I
Yeah.
already knew. We already pointed it out to the pastor. I know what her language of love is. So we hit the nail on the head.
Galing.
Because we know each other. Communication is the most important thing.
That's true. That's true.
If you can't communicate with each other, that's going to be a big problem.
Totoo yan,
And I
Derek.
guess that's what happened in my other responsibilities. We couldn't communicate. Doesn't mean that we're bad people.
That's true.
Right?
That's
Doesn't
true.
mean she's bad or I'm bad. It's just not meant to be. There's like a barrier there where the communication is just not there. But with
That's
Ellen and I, it's clear. It's clear as a bell. We're both submissive. We're both alphas, but we've
Yeah.
become both submissive.
Yeah, yeah.
And a great example is when I got home from golf today.
Mhm, mhm.
Mind my French, she was a little bit of a bitch last night because she was
Okay.
tired. She was grumpy. She's only human.
Okay,
And nilabas niya sa akin. And I guess
okay,
she's comfortable with me.
okay.
And she realized it when she woke up this morning. I came home. She just came up to me and she was, "I'm sorry for being a bitch last night."
Galing.
And you hug and you kiss. You huwag niya nang palakihin.
Yeah.
I received the best advice from my dad, which is any problem that you have before you shut your eyes at night, pag-usapan niyo.
Galing, 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 galing. Ako, pinagtanggol kita sa thread, alam niyan sa PEP, about communications. Kung hindi talaga kayo nagkakaintindihan sa page 1, wala talaga. So, yun. I guess you've made the right decision too. Second, rules on gadgets at home. Meron kang ganyan.
Um,
Kasi yung man of the house, everyone, even your children, I guess.
well, with my son, I
Yes.
I see he's passionate about it.
So, but do you control
So
it? Kunyari, when you're on the dining table, may ganun ba? So, we want to
definitely
learn.
dining table, there's no gadgets allowed. But my
Okay.
rule with him is this: I go, look, son, I know you're passionate about computers and all of that, and I'm gonna be supportive of that, but don't abuse it.
Good,
Okay,
good.
don't sit in the room all day. There's a big world out there. You know, these gadgets, they have their positive side and they have their negative side. And for me, it can be a cancer. Sitting
Yeah.
down all day, just getting consumed by it. It's
That's
not
true.
healthy for you. So you need to balance everything. Everything in life should be balanced. With
Galing.
Ellen and I, we don't really set rules. But she points out, hey, you're on your phone too much. All right, if I point it out and we just put our phones out to the side. And
Galing.
yeah.
It's a sensitivity, no? Parang walang rules, pero you know when, you know your limits.
Yeah.
Tama yan eh. Kasi, well, that's just the thing with trust, no? You don't you don't employ trust only when you're there. It's really, kahit no wala kayo, parang nandun yung test ng trust. Next. Gifts. Gifting each other. Kayo pa rin ba, are you big on gifts pa rin? Or you are more practical now that you're a couple?
Um,
Are you on for surprises pa rin, Derek?
well, Ellen doesn't like surprises.
Okay. That's nice.
She's not the type of person who likes to be surprised. Um,
Hindi drama. Hindi
that
drama
kind
queen,
of
no?
that kind of changed though, because
Yeah. Kasi ibang
I
girlfriends mo
surprised her
dati.
many times. I
That's true.
surprised her so many times. It's not really, the gifts that we give each other. It's not material things. It's more of like we shock each other with, oh, we invite people who are important, friends, to
That's
celebrate a certain thing.
That's true.
So we don't really give material things to one another. It's more of just celebration, getting her closest friends, because most of her friends are from Cebu. They come here, getting everybody together. It's more of that thing, and the material things are not important really to us.
Galing. Kasi pag showbiz girlfriend, di ba may ganong effort, di ba? Pero now, when I see you massaging each other, grabe, okay na yun eh. Tapos iba, Carino Brutal, Derek, nakaka-inspire pag pinaprank mo siya.
Oh
And
no,
you
pero
react.
may nakahanap akong katapat. Talo ako dito. You have to see it.
Okay.
Like, it's not out yet.
The
It'll
next-
be out on our vlog, but she got
Okay.
really, really, really good.
Okay.
I have to give it to her, and I don't
Okay.
think I can top that.
Okay.
But that's the life that we live. That's it's exciting. It's nonstop. And not just us. Our friends and family are the same. So there's always something. There's always something going on in this house. This house is so alive. It's alive. That's the best way to describe this house. It's alive.
Coming from a place of love, really, no?
Yeah.
Ako rin sa self-care. Dun ko kayo, ang galing lang. Kasi when you got married, parang, they're taking care of themselves and of each other. And then rest and sleep. My God, talagang yung yung test ng mahal mo yung tao, yung bagong gising o natutulog. My God, wala kang pakundangan to take pictures of your wife habang natutulog. But you really parang enjoy that, no? The rest and the sleep, not the of show business.
Yeah,
Yung
I mean,
busyness of show business.
I think we're in past relationships. If I do something like that, away na yun. Kasi diba,
Best
and I
forward,
and I understand why. Because let's be honest, in showbiz, you have an image to portray, diba?
Yeah.
Pero with Ellen, we're the exact same. We don't care to show our flaws. We're like, I took a photo. She's like, "Ay, buisit ka, my pores." That's it.
No, walang vanity, no? Talagang
No.
wala.
But for me, I'm like, you know what? Hindi ko napansin yung pores. I just saw how beautiful you were sleeping.
Galing. Ang galing. The nice way at like framing things. Now, ang sinasabi nga love is the answer. That place is just full of love. Now here, complete this, I would love to learn what? Now that you're married, what else do you love to learn? Do you look forward to learning?
Wow. Um,
Insights yan na hindi chismis. Ayoko ng chismis. Kasi I
yeah,
wanna really learn.
ayoko rin.
I love,
What? Kasi, you know, I'm a sponge.
that's
I'm really am
true.
a sponge. I'll
That's
never
true.
stop learning.
That's true. What else do you want to
Even
learn,
with Ellen,
Derek?
I'm learning so much from her. I'm learning so much more about her.
Galing.
And I'm applying that to my life. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
she's also given me the courage. I've always been a risk taker, but she's given me, you know, that courage to take these risks, like to sign with this company, to go
Yeah.
for it and follow my passion.
In
So
construction,
what
no?
I'm I'm I want to learn more about, just I guess just so
Galing.
much about life, about
Galing.
life,
Galing. Galing.
about
Parang
life.
never
I
stop
have been
learning.
I've been in a box.
That's
Even though I've
true.
been peeping out of the box here and there,
That's
you know,
true.
because that's who I am. But now I just want to get out of that box and just keep, you know, going out there and exploring and learning and taking on new things. You
You
know,
feel that? That's your, yan naman, before show business, you're like that eh.
yeah,
Parang
and that's why
lalabas lang
all
ulit.
my
Yeah.
friends, they really said, Derek, you're back. This
That's,
is. I still have the same close friends from way
yeah.
back before I was even in showbiz. Yeah, it got smaller, but my core is still there. And we're
Yeah.
like, this is the Derek we know, and that's why we know she's the perfect girl for you.
Ang galing. Ang galing. Next, I would love to go to where?
Ooh,
That's
I would
something
love
tangible.
um to a place where Ellen and I have not been.
Where is this,
We're
you think?
both well traveled,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so our honeymoon, we're both going to be going to Africa,
Okay.
and we are taking Elias with us.
Ang galing. Parang ano, it's so selfless kasi kung honeymoon, gusto mo kayo lang dalawa, but now you have a kid to take care of too, no? Ang galing.
Yeah, and but the thing is, we imagine we're there and we see something miraculous, something beautiful, and we're both going to be like, I wish Elias was here.
Yun
So,
eh. It's legacy
diba?
work already. Ang galing. The world
So
is not yours lang.
yeah, it's so we're like, no, dali natin para makita niya talaga lahat.
Tumatanda na tayo, Derek talaga. Parang it's not just about us. Now it's about like passing it on to other people, making other people experience it too. Yun.
And
It's not much of ourselves.
it's the best feeling in the world to make others happy.
That's true.
That's why people always question, and you know this about me. How
Mm-hmm.
come I keep stopping to take pictures?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, you guys don't understand how you can change somebody's day by just
That's true.
acknowledging and obliging to smile.
That's true.
You don't know anong pinagdadaanan yan. Bigla ka lang nakita na wala ang mga problema niya sa buhay, nagpa-picture.
Galing.
It feels fantastic. You can't put a price tag on that.
Thank
So
you
for
for your
me,
effect. Yeah.
I continue to do that. Like, they ask for a picture, I'm
Yeah.
there.
Yun ba? Parang may nagpapasaya sa mga tao. Next, I would love to try what? Speaking of loves and things that you want to do, you would love to try what?
Exactly what I'm doing now. I'd like to get into construction. My
Galing.
passion of building,
Galing.
my passion for engineering, um, putting different materials together and coming up with something spectacular. Um, that's what I'm really.
Kikilabutan ako kasi that's the operative word, no? Building.
Yeah.
You're actually building things, not for yourself, but for, for your family, for other people now. Next, I would love to let go of what? What would you love to let go of what?
Nothing.
Talaga.
Nothing.
You're
Everything that's happened
total of
made me the
yeah.
man that I am now. Even the bad things. So I'm not a man who lives with regret.
That's nice.
There were tough times. Most people would say, I wish that never happened. But for me, there's a reason why it happened. Diba? May kapalit yan.
That's true. That's true. But then practically in the house, Do you want to let go of some stuff? Sino mas makalat?
I am not makalat.
You're
Ellen lang yan.
not. Okay. So
Oh,
you're not a
no, she's
hoarder.
over there. She's over there getting a massage.
Okay, okay. No, so parang ikaw, parang essentials. You're not a
Oh,
hoarder.
I have so much clothes that I want to get rid of. Like I have
Galing,
too many clothes
galing.
that I want to get rid of. But siya yung makalat. Ako yung talagang I want.
Less vanity
Um,
now.
I always want the house looking
In order.
and tidy. I always want to come home to a house that is clean and tidy.
But you want it active also. At least there's more energy there now in verb. Next. Next.
Tremendous energy.
Yes. You would love to study what? Ano pa? Is there anything you'd still want to study?
Again, going back to this, I'm learning from everybody that I meet, from construction workers to architects,
Yes.
engineers. When I have repairs done here that I can't do myself, I watch and I learn. Pati
Yeah.
paglinis ng aircon. So
Galing.
again, that story with the brother of Ellen, Rico,
Yes. Yes.
I learned from the guy who repaired the toilet, who installed it, and I passed it on to him, and he's the one that's already into construction.
At ako parang I'm a witness to si Derek hindi nagugulat sa authority and with the best people. Parang there's some people who are annoyed or at least parang overwhelmed by working with the best. But our secret really is to work with the best people kasi somehow you really learn a lot from them. Eh. So
and that's how I treated my career.
That's true. True.
From everyone, from
Yes.
huge stars, batikan na artista, to
Yes.
talents, to children. You learn so much from children because they're just so natural. I
That's-
always, when there's a child on the set, I watch them
Galing,
because
no?
they're so natural.
Ang
And
galing.
yeah, so that's really how I live my how I live my life and how I built my career.
Galing, galing. Parang working with the best so that eventually you become that too. Sabi mo nga, sponge. You are that sponge and then you share it to other people. Next, you would love to see who? Sino pa yung gusto mo makita after this pandemic?
I would love to see my nieces and my sister. My sisters. One is in Australia and the other is in Maranding, Mindanao. She has a school and a hospital there. So we haven't seen them in 2 years. So that's why I'm really looking forward to this Christmas season, because it will be the first time for us to see them and for Ellen. So it's going to be really special because I'm married and I haven't seen my sister and her kids. She has 3 girls now, and I haven't seen the newborn. So I'm really excited to give her a hug and a kiss and finally meet everybody.
New additions to the family, no? Talagang ang galing ng Pasko. Sana lang hindi na maano ng new variant. Next, I would love to change what? Is there anything you'd like to change? Not now within your family, but outside. Triggers outside. Derek, you don't see yourself being a politician.
No.
Hindi talaga. But you have that skill, ha? I have to tell you.
There's so many other ways to help.
I know. But you have that leadership quality. You know that.
My teammates in my sports have always said that they've always made me the captain because they said
true.
I'm just a born leader. But you know, that's something that you'd have to definitely be passionate about. You can have the heart for it, but there's so much to learn, and I don't know anything much. I'm not an expert on economics and stuff like that and making laws.
Okay.
Helping, yes.
Public service, yes.
Kailangan mo aralin yan eh. Kailangan mo talagang aralin yan.
Yes.
What is it that I want to change?
Yes.
Oh.
Ano pa? Kasi, di ba parang you can only change things that you see parang that you be part of it. That event, that's creating a better world for your children. Na parang ano yung pwede?
I don't know if I could do this, but again, maybe this pandemic is contributing to that change by
That's true.
just the whole use of social media.
That's true.
Um, I'd love to change how negativity makes the headlines more than positivity. And that's what I try to do. Good vibes. Ellen and I share our pranks, share our life, to just
Yes.
share and spread positivity, laughter.
Ganun na yun, no?
Rather than,
Parang, that's true. Fake news abound, di ba? Parang siraan. Parang, but now, parang, there's got to be some breather of sorts after this.
that's why the reset button, diba? We reset like oh man. When little things like a child
Yeah,
hugging a puppy. It's the
that,
cutest thing.
that's
You
true.
know, little things like that make the headlines. Those
Yeah.
days are gone. It's more of like this person hates this person, or why?
Parang
Why?
it's out of the ordinary, no? Well, in a bigger thing, parang corruption now has been, parang tolerated by people. Parang wala na, it's normal. Parang tanggap na natin. And a lot of other stuff na nag-aaway yung mga tao.
Mm-mm.
Yan lang. Telling the truth now is parang optional.
Yeah.
Parang, kaya nga, we value people like you who tell the truth. Parang yun, who tell the positive news, no? Next here. I'm sure when you got married, there's another barometer for success. So now, how do you like gauge success? What for you is success? I'm sure na iba na yan.
Um, my my gauge and the epitome of success for me is to keep my family happy and
Mm.
and solid.
Happiness talaga na, no? Oo eh.
If I can do what my parents did for our
Galing.
family, I'd be a very proud man.
Na solid.
Um,
Totoo
they
yan.
kept the family intact, and
Yeah,
that's why they don't look like their age. My dad's 78, my mom's 74.
that's true.
Wala sa amin nalulong sa drugs, sa alcohol, none of that stuff, because they really instilled the importance of family. They had a roof over our head, which is for me the most important for family. That's why
That's
I really
true.
admire like Habitat for Humanity.
Yes.
Putting a roof over a family's head is so important.
Ang galing. Ang galing. Now next, very important also for couples, money. Ano yung value na ngayon? What's your view of money now? Because if success is not measured by money anymore, of course money is important, no? Pero pinag-ipunan mo na yan, Derek. And now is the time for you to like enjoy what you like saved up for. But ano na? Ano
It's
yung
funny.
tingin mo about
It's like
money?
with Ellen and I the other day lang, no, babe. I was like, Len. She's like, I want to spend all your money. I was like, love, you have to control my spending. Why aren't you controlling my
Oh.
spending?
Oh.
I'm talking like that. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But even with I'm very yung luho ko is I love cars. Again, engineering.
That's true.
Engineering behind these cars.
That's true.
But now it's like hindi na. It's like of course I love my cars. They're there. But
galing, no? If you have to grow up
we have a bet. We have a bet kasi na if I
okay.
buy another car, I have to give her 100 million pesos.
So
But
parang,
what she thinks is I'm struggling, but I'm really not. I'd rather spend on trips with the family.
ang galing. Ang galing, no?
That's
Making
for me.
memories more.
That's where my priority will be for splurging.
Mhm.
It's not. It's for trips with family, with my parents. Again, my parents 78, 74.
True.
The world it's a mess
That's
right now.
true.
I'm going to baby them. I'm going to, they've babied us for too long. I'm going to baby them, take them everywhere, wherever they want to go.
Galing.
Experience all these things together with them. My dad is an avid golfer. I want to take him to where golf started, which is in Scotland, the old golf course. I want to see that look on his face when he hits that ball on the first tee. You can't spend your money on anything like a car. Nothing can replace that.
Ang
So
galing.
that's where I want to splurge.
So it's really not in more material acquisition, no? It's
No,
really more spending it right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
another lesson eh. That's really another lesson. Parang money does not define you now. It's how you spend it that defines Derek at this point.
And
And
how you create your home. You know,
galing. Ang
Ellen
galing.
was like, "Why you keep doing it?" I'm like, "Len, this is our home. Diba?
Correct. Correct.
This is where we'll spend most of our life. It's like it has to be, it has to be nice. It has to make us feel comfortable. It has to feel like a home."
Ang galing. Next. Religion. Does it play anything? Parang how do you see religion now or faith now that you're married?
This is a very touchy subject,
Yes, yes.
and I don't want to disrespect anyone, but for me, it's not more of religion. It's what you said. It's faith.
Faith. It's prayer, no?
Yeah, Ellen and I,
Your life is a prayer.
if you're going to be technical, our religions are different, but we both have faith.
Galing. That's
And that's
true.
what's important, and that's what people should understand. You should respect what faith and everybody has, right?
Mm-hmm.
My faith is very, very strong. It's definitely, if it wasn't, I wouldn't be where I am, even with the
That's true.
support of family,
That's
even with the support of wonderful parents and family. My faith in the man upstairs, our dear Lord, Mama Mary, for me,
galing.
really got me from the lowest of low,
Galing.
to get back on my feet and have the courage to just move on, you know.
Galing.
And I'm very thankful. Every night I close my eyes and I thank it. And Ellen knows this. I thank him for giving me Ellen. I'm thank him for my family. I don't the material things. Wala na yan eh. It's
Totoo
not
yan.
there. It's a bonus, but it's the blessing of having all these wonderful people around me. It's
Galing,
the
galing,
blessing
galing.
of that me still being alive, so I can continue to do things.
It's nice. Nice listening to you this way kasi pareho tayo ng dasal. Ganyan ako magdasal. It's not the form prayer anymore. It's really looking at where God was, where the Lord was during my day. Tapos Derek, hindi talaga ako makakatulog hanggat I see, nasan yung Diyos ng araw? It can be with anyone or in the presence of someone. And then the last thing that I do is to say thank you. Tama ka doon.
Actually, when I'm driving to golf, sometimes like, oh my
Yeah.
God, nakalimutan ko mag-pray last
Thank
night.
you.
Sorry
Yeah.
ako muna. And then,
Yeah.
just seeing the sun.
Yes. And it's just thank
Diba? And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, thank you, Lord, for today.
That's it. That's it. Parang our life is one big prayer and we just have to be grateful. It
Yeah,
changes
I talk
talaga.
to him like he's my best friend, like
Galing.
how I talk to my father.
Galing.
It's more of that. It really lifts you up.
That's
He
true.
makes you feel it. Like if you say thank you, why is it that I feel so good when I say thank you? So
Ang galing.
some energy is coming in me saying, I appreciate what you
Yes.
just did. Right?
Yes.
Like now I'm tingling.
Galing.
Now my skin's tingling. Diba? It's energy that just says, hey, I'm around
Tama.
you.
Tama. Di ba parang yan, that's it. It changes with a grateful heart. Parang yung talagang masaya ng mga tao, they're the ones really who bring out the good in other people too. And we have to thank them for that. It's fun that we're talking like this. Next, hopes for yourself and your family. Now you said, sana lumaki na yung pamilya agad. Yes, we pray for that. So there'll be parang extensions of your goodness, of your excellence, of your being family-oriented. What other plans or what other prayers, hopes that you have for your family? For you and
I
your
don't want to use the word hopes because I trust it will happen.
Okay. Sige.
So,
what are those that you prayed for?
I said this in my vows that I am so looking forward and I trust in it, the awesome future that Ellen and I have together. I really, really look forward to it. It's like I have,
Galing.
I giggle sometimes just thinking about it. I go out there. I love to travel, but now I'm going to be traveling with someone I love dearly, someone who's my best friend, and share those moments with that person, and our future, if God blesses us with another baby,
We'll pray for that.
the better, diba? If he doesn't, then I mean, we're already blessed. We have two angels, Austin and Elias, who,
That's
who I love both dearly. So I'm on cloud nine. I've
galing.
always said this before. I even before I met Ellen, I'm like, ang kapal na mukha ko for me to ask for more in my life. But then here is the Lord blessing me with even something more. And now I have Ellen and Elias with me. It's just like
Galing.
I can't ask for more. It's like
Galing, no? So it's that. It's passion. Derek is known for his passion. Derek's known for productivity. And now ang galing binigay ng Lord yung purpose.
it's
And the
basically
purpose
siguro ano
matches.
lang is health. Just
That's true.
to stay healthy. Ellen and I naman focus on that. We work
That's
out.
true.
We
Maganda yan for more endorsements. For
we
more
motivate each other. Because as you get older, you get you kind of get lost in that
That's
world
true.
called laziness.
But not with you, not being stale. Yun it's being active. Next, of course, you're still part of the industry, of media now. What are your hopes? Oh, no. Hopes or things you pray for in our industry?
I pray that the Philippines be recognized
Yes. Globally.
for we have tremendous talent here.
That's true.
And I think it's been a long time overdue that we be recognized not just as mga magagaling kumanta at sumayaw, di ba?
That's
Here
true.
and there, that we are a constant force in this industry.
That's true.
The Koreans are doing so well.
Yeah. Kasi may government support, Derek. And
Correct.
support of everyone, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. And I was going to go to that. That's what needs to change. We need
That's
more
true.
support. We need to put out more money if you want
That's true.
quality projects. And diba, the world has gotten smaller.
True.
Hindi lang bansa natin ang nanonood.
That's true.
The whole world is. So we need to really invest more. Kasi ang sayang yung talent dito sa Pilipinas, from writers,
Yes.
from everyone.
That's true.
That is involved in this industry.
Yes.
We can't just have this one or two. They get recognized and then bigla na lang nawawala. It should be always there. It should be like,
Galing.
normal. Dapat naman talaga eh. Diba?
Dati pa. Oo nga eh. But dream projects. Ikaw, parang you've worked with the best people already. I know you deserve to have an international project and we're not going there to just surprise everyone with that. No? But here, what projects do you like are itchy to do? Kasi ang tinasabi, ay hindi na magagawa ng soap si Derek. I guess we never say never, no? Kapag if the right project comes along, tinulungan na kita doon.
I'm brutally honest. I really am.
Yes.
And I don't, when I say these things, I don't want to disrespect anyone.
That's true.
But teleseries for me, if things don't change, if we don't, that thing that you say now, if the right project comes along, that's happened so many times, the right project, it's more of if the
System.
right execution.
Yes, a system. Yes. And with COVID pa, Derek, di ba? Parang it has to be taken
tremendously difficult, right? But
Yeah.
it has to be the right execution. When you see that we're ready na i-showcase ang mga teleserye natin, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, yung panglaban talaga sa buong mundo, which the Koreans are doing, di ba?
That's true.
It's not, wag natin gayahin yung mga stories ng Koreans. Ang gayahin natin yung sistema.
Yes.
Because we have beautiful stories in this country. Beautiful stories.
Yes.
And we have wonderful script writers.
Yes.
Give them that freedom to express themselves. And then let your wonderful actors and directors bring it to life. Diba?
Yes. With a good system, no? With a good system and a process, That's really makatao. You don't like work until wee hours in the morning anymore. Katulad ninyo, di ba? You
Yeah.
experience that. Yeah,
Yeah, and you know, it's competition now. The
that's true.
competition is even bigger, but competition is healthy.
And competition not with amongst us anymore. It's the
Yeah,
world.
the world,
The world. Yeah.
the world.
I want to check,
Diba?
my friend. How often do you watch TV now? It's because yeah, well, I'm going to that point na people watch less and less TV now.
Hmm.
Di
I'm
ba
one of
dati,
them.
di ba dati sabihin, oh, I wanna watch this and aabangan mo talaga yung appointed viewing. Pero
Mhm.
now, people can watch it at any time that they would want.
Correct.
Access any content that they would want. Parang nag-drop na rin yung TV viewing because parang the challenge is to really create compelling content.
Yes.
Yun yung ano.
And the access to this content so easy now. So,
That's
you know,
true.
that's why we really has to level up. We
That's
really have
true.
to. We really, really have to. And going back to your question about dream role is I really want to do a movie, a historical film
Oh.
um, about
Oh.
Philippine history. Uh,
Galing.
so, I mean, even to play
Push it to the world. They know
Lapu-Lapu
that
would be, you
now.
know,
Yes,
I'd love
yes.
to. But
Yes.
again, if you want to do a movie like that, imagine you have to do it right.
That's true. That's true. Galing. But what will make you get out of that house, given the COVID situation, to tape something, to shoot something now?
I'm actually going to be doing a movie next year, an
Okay.
international movie shooting in Puerto Rico,
Galing.
and it's something that I'm very very excited about because uh, it's about an unsung hero, and he's
Mm-hmm.
Filipino. He's
Mm.
um, it's about the foreigners who were kidnapped,
Mm-hmm. Galing.
and when the Philippines was in a very negative uh, light internationally, right? We
Yes, yes.
tourism was down. Everyone was just, oh, Philippines, delicado dyan. Philippines, pirates.
Ah,
Philippines, terrorists. Philippines, this and that. And it's this unsung hero who wasn't given any, uh, well, not enough recognition on what he did to his efforts to save the couple. Unfortunately, the husband was shot in the
uh-huh.
crossfire. Um, but the wife was rescued, and she wrote a wonderful book. And there's actually a docu on
Galing.
Netflix about it. So yeah, it's an international film
Very good.
with we'll be working with people from Hollywood,
Very
which is
good.
pretty cool. But like I said, the Philippines, we should be up there. Hindi na yung,
That's
oh
true.
my God, Hollywood, 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 diba?
That's true. That's true. So it has to be like sabi mo nga, level up. Will you be allowed to bring family there when you shoot?
Yes. And
Dang.
again, I told them it's one of the requirements because I am a man of my word. I've said
Galing.
this in all my interviews before that
Hmm.
uh, the day I get married is the day I turn my back down on showbiz. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because it's difficult. My priority really will be my family. So I said, would it be okay if I bring my family? And they're like, okay. So
Ang galing. Actually, it's that, no? You just have to ask and
yeah,
people will respect you more. Even for phone
yeah.
calls.
It's not a demand. It's like
That's
you can
true.
say I completely understand. If not, um, you know,
Yes.
but if I really am interested in the project, and it would be, the only way I could do this if I have my family there, and they respected that.
Galing,
So
galing, galing. Kasi we know that. Kasi when we were younger, we'd say yes to all the projects. And
mm,
all the friends are there, even acquaintances. But when we're older, we've learned better. Parang we are defined by the things and the people we say no to. Kaya nga
yeah,
when you say phone calls, no, when you say important phone calls lang pag weekend, and because I have family time, people respect that.
yeah.
Basta alam nila what you
You
stand
know
for.
what the funny thing is? Sometimes in our industry, kasi this has to change, and to the
Yeah.
actors out there,
Mhm.
um, it's not nagpapakadiva ka.
That's true.
It's
That's
it's at the end of the day, it's a business, right? It's a business, and look at how it's transacted abroad. It's just you put it on the table
Yeah.
and you negotiate.
As
It's not about,
transparent, no? As
diba?
transparent as you are, as it
Yeah.
can be.
And
Yeah,
if they can't give it, let them explain.
that's
Bakit
true.
their explanation is justified. It's
Yeah,
just there. It's give and take. You negotiate, but
that's
sometimes you're afraid to open up or to speak up kasi baka isipin ka na, ay, diva to.
mhm,
Oh,
mhm,
bakit
mhm,
ganito siya? Diba? Those kind of
that's
things.
true.
And some of the younger stars, I tell them, don't be afraid. But don't
That's true.
someone go asking for things that you don't deserve.
Unreasonable. Yes, yes,
Correct.
yes. That's
Diba?
true.
Dapat nasa lugar.
Totoo.
Um, but don't be afraid.
And also parang take charge and yung well-being. Kasi yun yung nakakalimutan, no? Parang some people are equated sa, okay, how much? And yun, the bigness of the project. But then people don't regard yung how are you taken care of. Parang dun sa buong system na yun.
Yeah.
So at least you know, yun nga, you're one of the few artists who know what you stand for. Kasi yung iba, go with the flow eh. But when you know what you stand for, what you represent, you have a grasp of what you want to become and what you want to achieve. Last na lang, Derek. Things you pray for our country naman. So now it's a self, it's our industry, and now the bigger self, the bigger system, which is what we face now. We're part of a whole system. Hard, no?
So many.
That's
So
true.
many. You know, it's this country is so rich.
That's true.
It's sad to see what's happening with such a beautiful country.
That's true.
The one thing I would, I guess, wish for is, well, we all say corruption. Sana ma-eradicate na yung corruption. But for
Yeah.
me, is I want identity.
That's true.
We've lost
Kinikilabutan ako. That's true, no? Parang mabait naman yung Pinoy eh. Nagdadamayan naman tayo pag may pangangailangan eh.
But we should be
Malasa.
patriotic. Meron naman tayong,
That's true.
kami tayong pwedeng ipakita sa mundo.
That's true.
Diba? I wish if we had an identity that would really help us
That's
moving
true.
forward.
That's
It would
true.
really help us. We need to be more patriotic. We need to love the country more.
That's true.
Sorry na lang, the only way talaga para umasenso and to move in that direction is we all need to make sacrifices
That's true.
for the love of the country.
That's true.
It's not just having that leader there. That leader can sana motivate us, spark us, but it has to come from us. Eh.
That's true.
We have to love our country more.
That's true. Yung
Diba?
people, and it's being tested now. Kung kailan ka nagigipit, doon ka talaga you admire those people who like stand up for each other. Kasi doon tayo natitest kung may bagyo, may calamity, may pandemic na dito eh. We just need parang that whole point na may malasakit tayo. Yun nga, you're doing it now. It's not about you anymore. It's about being better sa lives of other people.
But, you know, that's what Filipinos are about. Look at mga caregivers, mga nurses.
Yes.
In the UK, the best nurses are Filipinos.
Yes.
It's natural for them to help. It's natural for them to love and be attached to their patient.
That's true. But
Diba?
why are they there, Derek? Because they're not paid well here. That's
Correct.
Yun.
Yun na nga yun. You know, yung saying that I really hate is, uy, ang ganda dito, parang wala tayo sa Pilipinas. Bakit? Bakit parang wala tayo sa Pilipinas?
That's true. Galing no, that sense of national pride. It's there eh. Nandyan naman innate eh. We just have to attribute it to our goodness, to our excellence, back to the themes of your life. It's really that, no?
Yeah.
Back to excellence, your goodness. And again, as you celebrate your birthday, our birthdays, December born, it's not about us anymore. So celebrate it really well. How will you celebrate it next week? Early next? Sunday ba or Monday? Di ba?
Mine is on Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay. So how will you celebrate it?
Well,
knowing it's not big fun fair. Ayaw mo ng ganyan na, di ba?
It's just going to be with everybody, the family, close friends, just like the wedding. again.
Yeah.
You know, um, it's another year that's passed. Look back.
And a lot of blessings, di ba?
Yeah, yeah.
Really.
Um, it's the number one blessing talaga is that my parents are still around.
That's true.
We went
That's
through
true.
COVID. They both got COVID.
I too. I was a
Um,
survivor. I'm a
yeah,
survivor, but yeah, that's it. Eh. You have to live with it now.
having both of them get it at the same time
Yeah.
was very was scary.
But
And
then it made you have that resolve to give them the best life. Galing, no?
it was really touching at the wedding. My dad thanked Ellen and I was like, "You don't need to thank us." He's like, "I just want to thank how you and Ellen really took us in." And I was like, "My God, this guy grinded for what? How many years to give me an education, to give me food, to put a
Galing.
roof over me, and he's thanking me." It's like,
Ang galing.
that was just all going through my head. I was like, "What a
Ang
man!
galing.
I want to be him."
Galing.
That's my idol. That's the guy I really, that really keeps me alive.
It's
Um,
what you're made of. It's really what you're made of. And then eventually Christmas. So after our birthdays, it's Christmas. So
yeah.
if Christmas cannot bring families together, we don't know what can. It really is about family. So
Yes,
that
it's my favorite time of the year.
for rin.
Pinipili
Ako
uh,
rin.
I'm on the phone with the auntie of Ellen because
Galing.
their family's huge. They were
Yes.
supposed to go to Europe, but this new
Mm,
variant is
mm.
nuts. And I'm like, hey, tita, in Europe mo, magiging Cagayan de Oro. Let's go because we're going to Cagayan de Oro.
Sama-sama na tayong lahat. Galing.
I'm pushing them to go with us.
Mhm.
Um, so that will be a riot. The Ramses and the Adarnas together. Oh, it'll be a complete riot.
Galing, no? So, God fixes everything and Christmas is there every day. Thank you
Yes.
for this talk. It's not one thing that you would have in show business, but it's really
Can I just say
great.
this?
Thank you.
I've been
Thank
in the
you.
business for nearly, oh my God, close to 2 decades now.
Mm.
I started 2005.
We loved you even before. Judy Ann and Ryan would kasal-kasali-kasalo. Those were really fun. It was just like doing, well, wala. Hindi pelikula yung ginagawa. No? It was a one good thing,
And
no?
again, I've said this ever since. Judy Ann is a big reason to why
Ah,
I
oo.
became Derek Ramsey. She is she was the one that agreed to just
Oo naman, Derek. Hindi lang siya
let me
magaling,
be there.
mabait siya, di ba?
Yeah,
Yun eh.
yeah,
Kasi you're inspired by those people na mababait. Kaya yun, in
yeah,
the end, kailangan natin maging mabait din. And you
yeah. But
receive
I
a lot
just want
of...
to say, in my entire, and this is walang bola to,
Hmm.
this is the most enjoyable interview, sit down conversation that I've had in my
Thank you.
entire career. I say that from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
Uh, it's This is how it should be.
It should be celebrating you. No big words. It's really learning from the good that other people inspire us with. And yun, in the end, like our prayer, thank you, Derek. We're just here for you. You know that. Thank you
I
very
love
much.
you,
And
my
happy
friend. I love
birthday.
you. I love you dearly. Thank you
You know
so
that.
much.
In the end, hanggang sa finals, tayo yung magkakapit bisig. Thank you very much. We'll continue leveling up. Thank you, Derek Ramsey. Happy birthday and Merry Christmas.
Happy birthday.
Thank you,
Enjoy the
Mike.
holidays. Take
Thank
care,
you.
everybody.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Love you, buddy.
Love you. Love you.
Di kailanman mapipigilan pag-uhos ng ulan. Ang buhay sadyang ganyan.
At kaya ng papago-bagong pag-ihip ng hangin. Lahat ay lilipas at magsasalita.
Huwag kang mabahala, huwag mataranta. Hindi kailangan ang mag-alilangan pa.
Isipin mo laging nandito lamang ang aking balikat, sa'yo'y nakaabang.
Asahan mo, hindi ka iiwan sa mundo. Lahat may hangganan, asahan mo. Wala nang atrasan sa iyong bawat hakbang na pupuntahan.
Pangako kailanman, agad akong nandyan.
Sang tawag mo
At tuwing nagdidilim ang langit, di ba't nagpapakita ang buwan? Hanggang mag-umaga na naman.
Tara't hintayin na natin sikat ng iyong araw hanggang sa magliwanag muli ang lahat. Asahan mo, hindi ka iiwan sa mundo. Lahat may hangganan, asahan mo. Wala nang atrasan sa iyong bawat hakbang na pupuntahan.
Pangako kailanman, agad akong nandyan.
Sa tawag mo, asahan mo, hindi ka iiwan sa mundo. Lahat may hangganan, asahan mo. Wala nang atrasan sa iyong bawat hakbang na pupuntahan.
Pangako kailanman, agad akong nandyan.
Sa tawag mo sang tawag mo
Mga katipuneros, it's time to level up! Your talk variety program showcasing the best in media and other fields. As we feature the most loved personalities and the best practices of what we truly refer to as Magis. Together with multi-awarded multimedia guru Mr. Noel Ferrer, let's all level up every Fridays from 3 to 6 p.m. here on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM.
Radyo-katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo-katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo-katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.